but me. Say everybody. Okay.
KCMO, born and raised if you ain't get the memo. Slipping in my city is a NO. We put down the demo.
It's me, Basie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna go ahead and do an Ask Basie for you guys today. I want to let you know, for everyone that sent me advice questions, I am so backed up. So I know some of y'all sent me stuff months ago and I'm just now getting to it because I had so much. Y'all don't understand how many people send me stuff, which surprises me. But these are just, you know, advice questions. People are asking me, you know, my take on it, my opinion on it. So if you don't like it, I apologize. But you asked for my opinion, so I'm just gonna give it to you, and I won't be saying any names. And for those of you that sent me something and said not to mention in a video, I will be sure to answer you directly through email. And if some of them are entirely too long, I'm still going to answer you directly through email. Okay, so let's get started. So this first one says, hey Basie, I'm going to try to keep this short. I'm 27 years old. I have a 2-month-old with my boyfriend of almost 2 years. Just a little backstory on us. He's 27 as well. I work, he doesn't. He'd rather sell drugs. Okay. He's the type to be depressed about his life but refuses to take the necessary steps to change it. I try to encourage him and hold him down, but he doesn't appreciate it, to say the least. Every time he's mad at me, he breaks up with me, and then the following day we're back together. Okay, here's why I'm emailing you. When I got pregnant, he wasn't mad. He just wasn't excited nor supportive. He's never been to one doctor's appointment with me. He made my pregnancy stressful, but now I have a healthy baby boy who I love way too much. A month after having my child, my boyfriend apparently moved to Tennessee and didn't tell me. I live in Michigan. A girl texted me about a month ago and asked, were me and him together? I text back and asked who it was. She asked if she could just call me. Basically, she said they are in a relationship and they've been together for 5 months. They have unprotected sex, which is nasty because up until the day I had my baby, we were having sex. He told her I was crazy and that he doesn't mess with me like that. I ran down the conversation to him and I didn't get an apology until I asked for it. He actually got mad at me like I'm the one that cheated. It's not the first time he had cheated. I never had proof, only my gut. He's currently in Tennessee and don't see his child. Hasn't bought a diaper or wipe. I told him about himself in the most respectable way possible. Basically saying he needs to grow up and take responsibility. And how I shouldn't have to do this by myself. He said he's going to do better, but he still goes and I'm pretty much over it. I feel like I'm alone in this. What do I need to do relationship wise? I don't trust him at all, and when it comes to him being a part of his child's life, even though he shows that's not what he wants, what do I need to do? I know I can't make him want his child. My heart hurts for my baby. By the way, I'm a new subscriber and I love your channel. Keep up the good work. P.S. Sorry for the long message. Oh, it's okay, girl. Well, it to make it seem like I tell everybody to leave they man, you know, don't stick it out, because some men are worth it and some men can change, but it's certain times when you just have to say enough is enough. Especially y'all both are 27 years old. He's damn near pushing 30. There's no reason that he's not helping you, one, with that baby like he should be. And then if he's out, he just up and moved to a whole nother state. Clearly he's not on the same page as you are. He's not wanting to be in a relationship the way you are. And then he's started a whole new relationship, and then the fact that you had to ask him for an apology is unacceptable. Honestly, I would say cut your losses. You don't want your child not to have their father in his life, because you want that. But at the same time, you can't make a man do what he's supposed to do when it comes to his children. A man has to want to be in their child's life. So when it comes to that, I don't know what to tell you as far as what you should do when it comes to him and his child. You know, you do what you feel is best. But as far as with you guys, clearly he's moved on to another relationship, or he thinks he has you and her in a relationship, and you don't deserve that. Neither does she. But clearly it sounds like, you know, she's not trying to go nowhere, but you have to do what's best for you and your child. This next one says, hey Basie, first I want to say I love your channel, but I need advice. Okay, so I'm 20. We'll be 21 in less than a month, and I'm practically still stuck on my ex. Okay, so let's rewind to 2 years ago, my freshman year of college. I met this guy and was head over heels in love. It was great, my first real relationship. Okay, so time goes on and I find out I'm pregnant. Wait, let me add in that we both are from Texas, just 2 different cities, 4 hours away from each other. So I find out I'm pregnant, and I didn't tell him at first, and literally a few days later I find out he already has a child born 2 weeks before we got together, and is still seeing his child's mother. All things that I didn't know. When we first started talking, I asked did he have any kids out of curiosity, and because I didn't want to talk to someone with a child already, and he said no. So to find out months later that he actually had a child and was still dealing with the mother came as quite a shock. I was devastated, but I had my own child to worry about now. I stopped talking to him for a minute, but going to school together and living on campus, seeing one another every day made it hard, and we eventually got back together. He told me that they weren't together and she was just a baby mama. Me being 19 and dumb, I believed him and let him back in fully. Months went on and we got into an altercation, causing him to get kicked out of school, and he went back to his hometown. I was devastated. I thought my life was over. I cried and was under so much stress every day. His baby mama still doesn't know about me or our child, so I took it upon myself to tell her, because it seems he wanted his cake and to eat it too. So when I told her, she was in shock, but he quickly tried to deny the whole thing. But I sent her plenty of proof, causing her to shut him out completely. She didn't let him see their child either. I felt bad, but he wouldn't stop lying and keeping secrets. He basically had 2 girlfriends. Shaking my head. So not long after that, baby mama started to threaten me, and she actually told me that it was still gonna be them and nobody could come between them. I didn't care because I didn't want him anymore. I found out he was with me through the week, having unprotected sex with me and going home the weekends doing the same with her. Disgusting, I know. So after that, I then shut him out, and not long after I lost my child. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sad to say that I kind of felt a sense of relief, because I didn't want a child by someone like him. Months go by and it is now July 2016. Me and him get back in touch and try to make it work. He said they weren't together anymore, and quite frankly, I didn't care if they were or not. I was in love. So we tried, but like I stated before, we live in 2 different cities, 4 hours apart, and it was hard, but we were making it work. I come to find out he's in a whole new relationship with some girl. My heart dropped. Confronted him and blocked him on everything I knew. Couldn't take anymore, no matter how much I loved, and he claimed he loved me. A few months went by, and it's now around November 2016, and we speak, not trying to get back with each other, but just friendly. And he tells me his baby mama is pregnant again. Although they weren't together anymore, she got pregnant around April, and she did it out of spite because I was pregnant with his child. Shaking my head. She's young, by the way, about 2 years younger than us. So now I'm completely out of love with him and strictly a friendship. Now it's September 2017, and I find myself still wishing and feeling like I'm in love, and he tells me he is in love with me too. My question for you is, do you think I should just leave him and the thought of us being together again alone and just move on for good? I can tell you what I think, but it's up to you ultimately. Sounds like he's playing games. Y'all both are still young. He might not want to really settle down, seems like, because I mean, he's still going back and forth with his child's mother. He lied to you, basically telling you he didn't have a child, which is not good that he's denying his child. I mean, unless he didn't find out until the baby was born, which I doubt. I don't know. But it just seems like a whole messy situation. The baby mama seems messy because she got pregnant out of spite. Like, you don't need to do that for no type of man. I'm sorry. But I do but I am sorry that you lost your baby due to, you know, whatever stress or anything, you know, like that. But to keep going through this whole love roller coaster, that's just too much for a person. And the fact that you keep letting him in and out of your life, that can confuse a person, especially if this is like the first person that you really, really loved. You might need to really step back away from him, because it seems like for right now it's not gonna stop. You know, he's got a whole new girlfriend, got his baby mama pregnant a second time. Like, it's obviously it's something with her that's pulling him back. But you maybe just need time for yourself, girl. You know, you might find a Mr. Right that only wants to be with you, nobody else but you. So yeah, I mean, but again, it's your decision. You know, sometimes you want to follow your heart even if it's the wrong thing to do. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's really up to you. I don't know if I want to keep putting myself through that, but you know, hey, you live and you learn, and sometimes you got to go through all this stuff to really realize what it is that you deserve in the end. Okay, this next one says, hi Miss Basie, and I really need your advice. I'm a 33-year-old mother of 4 beautiful children, ages 12, 11, 9, and 1. But now I found out that I'm pregnant by my so-called boyfriend. Waste of space, or just what the fuck was I thinking? I met Ross about 1.5 years ago when he moved next door to my friend. The day I met him, he was throwing out his mother, who is a case of her own, because she went to the corner store and spent $400 in credit on cakes, cola, painkillers, etc. So I told him that he shouldn't do that, not knowing what I was getting myself into later on down the line. We got cool, even though he had a severe drug and drinking problem, which he told me that his mom started when he was 3 months old. Yes, I said 3 months. So I was pregnant with my son Roman, and he always said, that's my baby, I'ma raise him. And he does a damn good job. Plus, me and my sperm donor wasn't together because he ran for the border. But while we was getting closer, his mother was getting more jealous. She has this weird relationship in her mind with him. She acts like he is her boyfriend and he doesn't need me. She would say strange things like, oh, if I... What? Hold on, y'all. She would say strange things like, oh, if I suck his, he would treat me better, or I can be better with making love to him than you. I'm like, bitch, what? I know, bitch, what? You his mama. Oh. And I would tell him, and he would laugh about it, saying my mom is so used to it being me and her that she can't let go. His sister said that they are both crazy, and she thinks they slept together, which does cross my mind with the things they both say. Cut to a couple months ago. Later, I gave birth to my son, and he was sick for a while, 2 months in the NICU. When my son came home, my baby father asked me to move in with him after some BS went down with my friend and her scrubby ass boyfriend. She got digmatized. So I moved in with his mama, still living there, and that's when all the demons of hell got loose. He started to drink more 4 to 6 packs of natural ice 7 days a week, and guess who was running to get the beer? His mama. That was her job, to run to the store every time he wanted beer, and she did it faithfully. He would black out saying he hates me, I'm no good, I'm a bad mother, etc. When he would come to, he would say, I'm sorry baby, I won't do it, and yet that weekend it would happen all over again. So I told him he had to choose me or the beer, and he stopped drinking for 3 months. Then the drama started. His mama did a 180 in the grocery store saying, I'm gone. He won't take me over you, so I'm gone. And he told her to leave, which was the happiest day of my life. And then wham, all the stupidity came back. He started drinking, doing meth, and God knows what else. I got tired of going back and forth with him and feeling like crap, so I cheated on him and felt like the lowest person afterwards. We talked about it and he forgave me. So a little bit later I found out I'm pregnant. No, it's not the other person's baby. She was a female. This is his first child and my 5th. I told him he was happy and his mama was like, is it yours? If I was pregnant by you, blah, blah, blah. But to make this even more off a track puller, his drinking is worse again. He is back doing meth, talking to me crazy, sneak stealing my son's money out his piggy bank to support his habits, $190, and just getting on my nerves. I can't stand to look at him, hear him laugh, or even get in bed with me. He is the best father to our son, but he and his mama is making my life miserable. I want to leave so bad, but things just keep popping up. What should I do? Am I scared to leave or just trying to change him? Can you please help me? Girl, this was a whole lot of mess and confusion. So is this his first baby or is your son? He said that's his son he's gonna raise. Was it not his son? I was kind of confused. But first thing I have to say, him and his mama's relationship, that is very strange, very weird. The fact that she said she would suck his penis and she could make love to him better than you, like, that just sounds like some real crazy incest stuff. I'm not sure. You might want to check and see if they've done anything, but it seems like he needs to get some help with his drinking and how he's blacking out and then talking to you all crazy and stuff like that. And then you have 4 small children. They don't need to see that because I'm sure they're around. He really needs to get help first because he's doing drinking and now he's doing all these big drugs now. His mama needs some kind of help, counseling. You said he's a great father, so I won't take that from him, but you might want to see about getting him some type of help. Maybe that can help you guys' relationship, and maybe his mother needs to do the same thing, because whatever she got going on in her head or whatever she feels like he is to her, that's some crazy mess right there. So that might need to be stopped first and foremost, and then he needs to, you know, maybe go to some type of treatment center, get some help with his, you know, drinking and also with his now drug abuse. Because you don't want to have that around your kids and want them seeing all of that, and you shouldn't have to stand for that. So I'm not, you know, telling you that you need to just give up on them. But yeah, just try to give him some help. Get him some help, because what he's doing is just, you know, damaging himself. And yes, he's trying to be a good father to his children or his child, but in order to do that, he needs to be in the right frame of mind, the right headspace. He needs to do right by himself and you as his child's mother and, you know, his children. So I wouldn't say give up on him, but you need to somehow figure out some type of way you can get him some help. So you guys, that is gonna be the end of the Ask Basie video today. Y'all, some of y'all that send me these questions, if I'm reading them and y'all have already, you know, went through the situation, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm just now getting to the stuff. Please forgive me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do have any advice questions for me, my Ask Basie email is down below in the description box. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.